intrinsically, I would rather get a job done than have fun. I know it can be cultivated, but can you give some tips on how to cultivate that playfulness for those of us who are naturally more task focused? I actually am very much the same. I am not a playful person. And so I have had to practice being more playful, being more fun, even in little ways, so that I don't come across as just boring, task oriented,
yeah.
only interested in productivity and getting things done, which is mostly true, right? For me, it began by just noticing even the small things that help me feel a little more playful. Interestingly, I noticed that when I get together with my siblings, which isn't very often because we live in Portugal and they live in the United States, when I get together with my siblings, we have a blast and we laugh our heads off. And my kids were like, "That's different, Mom. Like, I haven't seen that," right? And so I'm like, "Oh, okay, yeah, you're right. Like I have this playfulness with my siblings." And so I'm like, "What's kind of things?" And I noticed I kind of have a quirky sense of humor, and so I started like being a little more quirky, even though it felt more awkward with my kids. But that's what I would do with my siblings. I started noticing that there's certain songs I like, so I made myself a playlist of the songs that bring out my fun and my playfulness. And I started, so here's something that's really interesting. I've noticed that there's a almost direct connection with someone's ability and willingness to dance to music, even in private, but especially in public, with their levels of playfulness. So I started, this was years ago, and I don't think I've even ever articulated this. I started this years ago dancing to music in private to the point where then I could do it in public, meaning in front of my kids. I don't like dance in public. But, well, actually, no, I will. I'll dance at like a wedding or something like that. That actually is something that helps you cultivate your ability to like let go and not be worried about what people think of you so much and all that kind of stuff. So dancing is actually a way to cultivate playfulness. So those are a few tips just to share there.
Couple more thoughts. We often take on that seriousness because, like Rachel was explaining, we feel the weight of responsibility. So with her siblings, she's like, I'm not in charge here. I'm not responsible for their behavior, so I can just be fun and playful. And the kids are up like, I'm the mother.
Plus, it takes you back to your childhood in a way, which.
And maybe as a child, you were more playful, more carefree, right?
Yeah.
So one thing that worked for me, because dads do this too, is like, what? I got to be the commander in chief around here. I gotta tell these kids what's what and get things done. I had to make this switch in my head. I was like, wait a minute, is it possible to be productive and effective and get things done and still have fun? Can you do both? And so I started experimenting with it. And that was an absolute game changer for me. I was like, wait a minute, we can still get the task done. In fact, we can do really hard, unpleasant things and have fun doing it. And everybody enjoys it more. Like, oh man, I'm picking option B. Like, so that's where we came up with the cleaning parties instead of, hey, everybody help clean up. Why are you running? Get back here. You do the dishes. We're like, wait a minute, let's turn on some music. Let's dance around and call it a cleaning party. Let's all have fun cleaning up. It's way more enjoyable and it's actually more effective. So great stuff.